Far beneath the sparkling blue waves of the eastern Pacific lies a mighty predator. It is the product of millions of years of evolution. It is sleek and streamlined, with aerodynamic fins to help it move through the water with breathtaking grace and speed. It has a very flat head and eyes that allow for binocular vision, and a lightweight skeleton made of cartilage to keep it light and buoyant. This is the Scalloped Hammerhead, a wide-ranging shark that can be found in warm coastal and tropical marine waters worldwide, including the eastern Pacific, Atlantic Ocean, and Gulf of Mexico. Anywhere there are warm waters, the Scalloped Hammerhead calls it home. Scalloped hammerheads often make long journeys between islands in the eastern Pacific, creating a shark superhighway. These social creatures tend to congregate around seamounts and islands where food is abundant.
Scalloped hammerheads are some of our ocean's most well-adapted inhabitants. They can travel over 1,000 kilometers in less than 6 months. They're very successful hunters. They feed on stingrays, crustaceans, fish, even other sharks. They have the ability to use electricity sensing to find prey no matter where they're hiding.
Scalloped hammerheads start out life as pups that are only 30 to 60 centimeters long. They are usually born in litters of 1 to 41 after a gestation period that can take up to a year. These sharks are viviparous, meaning that the mother delivers live young. After being born, the newborn shark will begin to hunt for food. These sharks grow slowly, with eastern Pacific inhabitants reaching sizes of up to 3.5 meters. A scalloped hammerhead can live 20 to 30 years, with females becoming mature at 12 and males at 8. Scalloped hammerheads are so large and powerful that they can even take down black-tipped sharks, but their favorite food is the unassuming squid.
Scalloped hammerheads have dozens of triangular back-angled teeth, which they use to catch slippery prey, such as squid, and they suck it into their mouths like spaghetti.
This squid is not interested in becoming pasta. But despite its strength, speed, and impressive intelligence, there is a great threat to the scalloped hammerhead.
Humans are the single biggest threat to scalloped hammerheads. We're the biggest threat to all marine species, sharks or otherwise. We catch sharks for food, we use their liver oil to make illegitimate medicines, and we use their fins for soup. And we catch so many of them that they can't repopulate quickly enough. We are driving these creatures to extinction with seemingly no slowing down.
With only one pregnancy every 2 years and a decade to even reach sexual maturity, the population of the scalloped hammerhead has dropped drastically. This magnificent species is in danger of disappearing forever. A report by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration reports that scalloped hammerheads in the eastern Pacific are at a high risk of extinction, now and in the foreseeable future.
Scalloped hammerheads were actually the first shark to be officially added to the Endangered Species Act. Fishing bans were put into place to control the catch rate, but it's still mad high. It's problematic, dog.
Even worse, many of these kills take place at suspected nurseries, where young hammerheads spend their first years. This sanctuary is a haven from predators, where the pups can grow and mature in safety, and the sites are especially vulnerable to overfishing. Recovery for species overfished in these areas could take decades.
The biggest threat for these sharks from humans is bycatch, and that's when you get sharks stuck in nets that weren't meant to catch them.
When fishermen cast their nets into the water, hammerheads can be trapped in the nets, leading to a slow death by asphyxiation. This is particularly troubling when it happens to young hammerheads, who have never even had a chance to reproduce.
So when you take the rates of bycatch and intentional catches, such as for shark finning, their population is not yet large enough to offset these losses. The numbers of sharks being born simply cannot compete with the number of humans who want to consume them. So we have to protect these sharks, and to do that, we have to study and understand them.
To make this happen, researchers have come up with a plan to track the sharks using transmitters implanted on the shark's dorsal fin.
What we need is information. Right now, we know very little about the behavior or patterns of movement exhibited by the sharks. And so the solution is to follow the sharks, to find out where they're going and what they're doing. And that way, we can protect the areas that are most important to their continued survival.
Acoustic tracking involves placing a tracking tag on a shark, then studying the shark's movement through high-tech tracking technology. The tag produces sound waves that are picked up by receivers placed on the ocean floor, informing the researchers of where the tagged sharks are. To complete this task, the researchers will need the tags, receivers, access to marine vessels, and the cooperation of local government entities.
Our plan is to catch 20 female scalloped hammerhead sharks. Then we put the trackers on them and see where the females are going.
Studying the movement of these sharks may lead the researchers to their ultimate goal: positive identification of nursery sites where young hammerheads begin life.
The young of any species are so important, but especially one that reproduces as slowly as scalloped hammerheads do. We already know that many juveniles are killed by humans before they ever become capable of reproducing. If we can protect their nursery sites where the young are raised and reduce or stop fishing altogether in the area, then we can give the juveniles a fighting chance at surviving to adulthood and reproducing.
This research will take years to complete and will likely cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, taking decades for meaningful change to be brought about in the form of new laws and restrictions. However, with this first step, researchers are looking forward to ensuring a long future for the scalloped hammerhead.